Hi, everybody. I'm Tracey Larin, CEO and founder of Curiosity Knox. We have a very special VIP guest with us today, Mr. Benny Legacy. Benny has been, personally, I've kind of been somewhat on the outside of his life for about 12 years now. I first met Ben, we'll call him, back in the day when he was much, much younger, obviously. My son was in training, and my son had a football year where, he didn't quite grow as strong. He wasn't like his nutrition wasn't on track and basically felt he needed some further assistance. So coming in to get him a personal trainer to kind of outwork people while his other team is kind of sleeping and playing games, he wanted to come back bigger, stronger, and faster. So I brought him to this gym where, here Ben was a much younger guy. He's over in the corner of the gym day and night. Like every time I went there, even outside of my son, we ended up getting memberships. He was there just working out. He's a quiet guy kind of in the corner. And the trainer I got was more like, kind of really loud and trying to, peacock and get the attention. And I think you and I spoke a few years later. We made a little wink, wink joke about, how, he tried to take that whole training to a different way. And that's where I really start to understand your integrity and, watching my kid try and grow and learn. And I'd always see you working out and ignoring the crowd. But what really caught me about you, Benny, is I will tell a quick story and then I'll let you get into introducing yourself and what you do and how you help people. Is that one time I was working out and it was late at night, and you don't even know this. This is the fun part. I was working out, so I'm like boom, boom
Let's
with it, and I was in protective services. Like I'm underground working, like kicking in doors with the team, vigilante justice, taking people out, like teaching people like in private how to fight, how to protect themselves, teaching people how to get away from their attackers, stranger danger, domestic, whatever. And here you are, and I'm going, and I'm like, I'm not even thinking about being alone at night. And I hear this soft whisper coming over left, and you're like, hey, uh, Tracey? And I'm like, yeah. And you're like, I want to warn you, those guys that are around you, do you remember this? I'm like, you're like, those guys that are around you working out, they tried to hurt a girl the other night. Do you remember? And you said that they tried to get her in the parking lot after, kind of like you were kind of hinting to me that they possibly could be, people that target women for like, kind of like a gang rape.
mm,
And here I was, it moved me. It moved me because you're different. Most young guys, I mean, I'm 48 now, there's a big age difference there. Most young guys wouldn't think to warn someone like me. I'm very sure of myself. You can tell, like, I'm pretty strong, I'm pretty alpha. They wouldn't think to like warn me of possible prey. But what you didn't understand, Mr. Legacy, is that took things a very far away from me. So at the time I was working with a police officer that was also a rape victim, and she was running courses for female victims, and we were training and coaching young girls how to protect themselves, especially behind the scenes, because it's a little bit different when someone attacks you behind the home. And what you don't know is that I took your advice of what you said to me, and I brought it to the table and said, we need to start training girls on this. There's gyms all over the city. There's people coming in and out. People travel. These are cheap memberships. Are passing it to who everywhere. I mean, I was told the other day, oh, you can pass it to a friend. Your friend's kids can use it. Like anybody can use it. People are
yeah.
coming in and out, and it's not a safe environment. And so I started incorporating that into the program, and that's basically why I've kind of stayed attached to you over the years, because you have a bigger legacy in my life than you can imagine. So I'll let you introduce yourself to anybody watching here. This is a safe platform for non-judgmental conversation for you and I to have. And this is to go with the world. We deal mostly in crisis management competencies within, safety and trauma and that and the mindset. And the biggest thing that we love about you the most is that you have a very holistic approach about your programs. And, if anybody goes to Benny's website, which we'll have a look at that at the end, you will see that everybody is smiling and glowing on his platform. Like I study fitness people all over the world because they come from me, right? They're like, oh, you look like you're kind of attractive, but you look a little chubby. And then people come after me all the time, right? Like it's so funny, but it's like with you, yeah. But when you go on their website, nobody looks happy. Like they look like they're hungry, like they're eating cotton balls or something. Like they don't look right. And all of your people are like, big glow. You got that big, beautiful smile. You remind me of my son AJ. Like you have similar life stories, and just something about you that just really pulls me and my team in. So I'm going to give you the floor now for a few minutes. If I stop rambling about you there.
No, thank you, Tracey, for having me on your platform.
Yeah, you're
Uh,
welcome.
and I still remember you for, was it 10 years ago that we were in
12
that gym?
years. Yeah,
12 years.
12 years, because we found a picture of AJ doing on the thing, and that was the
Oh,
day.
yeah.
Yeah,
That
12 years ago. You were
2008.
young.
Yeah, that was young. That was like fresh out of high school.
Yeah.
So
And you were super focused back then. Like you were just a different breed. Yeah.
the safe zone, right? Like some
Yeah.
people found the gym not safe. I found it the safe zone.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but so yeah, like my real name is Benjamin Wong, but I changed it to Benny Legacy because I used to compete and I wanted to have like a stage name, you know. But my business incorporated the same year as yours, so back in
Yeah.
2014. So we're
Mm-hmm.
almost on a decade. Congratulations!
Mm-hmm. Thank
A lot
you.
of a lot of learning experiences there.
A lot of falling on the face and getting back up and saying, this world is just gonna keep going, right?
Yeah, it's like this much. I could take this much more, right?
Yeah, that's right. That's
So
right.
in 2014, I incorporated Limitless Legacy Inc. It's a company that is based on fitness and health and mindset.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, what we focus on with the clientele that we work with, we have a wide variety, a wide array of people, all different age demographics,
Yeah.
ethnicities, types of challenges, and pretty much that's our major platform. Is we want to debunk a lot of the marketing and social conditioning that the fitness and health industry has utilized since the 50s, which has really moved us into an algorithm where we're actually destroying our spirits and our souls, right? And
You
that's,
got it. Absolutely.
you
Mm-hmm.
know, that's
Yeah.
it. That's what the company's based on. I get it. In the end of the day, we do that by focusing on what people eat, the relationship
Mm-hmm.
they develop with food, the personal accountability and discipline that comes from putting ourselves through some kind of uncomfortable scenario, like on the treadmill or on the stairmaster or going for a
Yeah.
jog, and the benefits that come from that, right? And then
Mm-hmm.
once we focus on the food, the activity, that I really feel like the mental health starts to kick in after those two algorithms have been put into place.
Well, it does. And I had a professional, so he was like a CBD worker. He worked with the cognitive thinking as well as behavior modification. I worked with him for 5.5 years and did coaching and that with him. And he used to be the major psych ward kind of supervisor out in Alberta when he was younger, and he was an older gentleman, but he would tell me like it's exactly about what you're talking about, is that if you he showed me these diagrams and that showed that if you go walking every day, even as 10 minutes, 20 minutes, you do little spurts, 78.53% of the chemicals get going in the brain to help level out the brain chemistry, the same amount as if taking like a Prozac or like some kind of like depression medication, just moving the body. And please, please help me to help, not only my clients, but the world, anybody watching, that there is no motivation for getting up in the rain and wanting to go running. There is no motivation for wanting to pump weights when you're stressed about something, or you're thinking about your woman or your man or an exam or your kids, or you get a bad phone call. Like there's never a good time, where everybody's just going to want to get up and go to the gym and work out. Me personally, I have an injury, so I had someone that needed some help there, and I had to help them physically, so I hurt myself. So I've been taking off the gym for the last 6 weeks, and I can't stand it. Like I don't listen. I go for walks and that anyways, but I get a rush. Like I need that iron because I deal with some serious shit in behind the scenes here. It's not a game. It's not a joke. People are hurting. And so like when you take in that information, as you know, you don't want it to absorb. So it's like I have to exercise. I go berserk. I get really anxious if I can't get it out of me. Right? Please help me explain, because it's, people are always looking like, someone like you who's, always been athletic and determined. Like, where does the energy come from? Where do you get this motivation? And I feel personally, there is no motivation. It's like you're a soldier, you're telling yourself what to do. It's discipline. You have to do it. If you want to get ahead in life, you have to have the vehicle to get there. You have to have the vehicle to get there, but you also have to work internally, like you're saying. A lot of your write-ups, and that what I like about you is about working through the trauma, working through the wounds, working through the root cause of what's going on within someone else. It's the holistic approach, and that's why your programs, you know, they make a huge difference in someone's life. And it really does. And that's why I'm so proud of you. But yeah, maybe if you want to like add on to that a little bit, if you know where I'm coming from, right?
For sure, no, 100%. That was what
Yeah,
you said. You opened up a big door, right? Like, so
yeah,
what you said, big. At first, I think training started because you want to be irrefutable. As a kid, you get made fun of, whatever, right? You get
okay,
bullied.
yeah,
You're
yeah,
short, you're fat, you're tall, skinny,
yeah,
whatever it is. And
yeah,
then obviously, when we look at athletes, at least as a male figure, when I looked at
yeah,
athletes, they have that irrefutable feeling. They're respectful, they're powerful, they have influence. So that's what started me off at the gym, right?
yeah,
Was I want to have that. I want to have that social credibility. I want to be respected by people around me. And what I realized though, in the earlier stage, I think most people start in fitness here. Okay,
mm,
they start being wanting to be more accepted. This is the problem. Okay, because when we start our fitness journey with wanting to be accepted by our peers,
mm,
our community,
mm.
what happens is we're open to any gimmick that will sell us to obtain that result and goal faster.
Well, there's a lot of social pressure, especially for men. Like, listen, there's all different kinds of genders now. I respect anything, to each his own. At the end of the day, you meet your maker, you make your decision. I don't care who you are, what color you are. We're all the same to me. But with you, there just always been something very special and unique. And you're humble. That's what I like about you. Like, it didn't matter. Like, I always seen you as a young guy because I met you when you were young. But over the years, I mean, and I'll post the picture with this recording once we go live there. But I got this picture of you one day and you're leaning out a balcony and you're looking off. It's like you're looking off into like just you're gone. And I looked at you and I kind of remember like it kind of hit my breath a little bit and it pulled me back and I remember saying, "Oh my God, like he's become a man. Like where's the time gone? Like wow." And what I love about you is you always stayed on track. Like, okay, you didn't settle down too young. I mean, you're focused on, basically leaving a legacy for you and your family, making a big change, developing programs to help, kids that are being bullied and to get a better physique and mental health, healthy mindset, and to
Mhm.
kind of get rehabilitated with themselves. And I respect that. But what I like about you is always taught them, be kind, be humble, leave your
Yeah.
ego at the door, be a good person, be good. And all of your videos, all of your pictures, like my team's been watching you a long time. And everything that's going on with you, like it's always just pure and authentic and real. And I think that's why people are very drawn to you. You've never shifted. Like I have no reason to put my word on you, and I put my word on you. I put my life on you and how you make a difference in people's lives. But there's no reason for me to do that. Like there's no, and that's what is different in your program. I've seen kids when they start in your videos and that they come in the door and they're one way and they come out a totally different way. And that's what we're doing too, is we're building retreats across the world so that people come, they show up one way, we shift them fast, they leave different. They arrive within themselves.
For
And
sure.
that's what I like about you. There's no ego, like even with your partner, even with your friends, like
It's
there's never been this ego. And a lot of you men and women take advantage of that because you're usually a little bit, good
no,
looking, you've got nice physique, and a lot of them take advantage of it. And you
I
don't.
no, what you're saying is true. And I think
Yeah.
when you were talking about how people come in feeling one way and they come out feeling another way,
Yeah.
what I learned through cognitive behavioral therapy a few years
Mm,
ago was
mm,
just the word apathy, the word apathy.
yeah.
It's just like where we feel like nothing matters, right?
Yeah.
Like we're
Mm,
saying, like it's rainy, money's tight, the world's going crazy. Why do I even need to go to the gym? Like, what is the point of going to a
yeah.
gym, right?
Yeah.
Does it change my economic scenario immediately? No. Does it
Yeah.
make me better immediately? Definitely not, right? It
No.
hurts to right away.
Hey, I feel
So,
different within 3 days because I
for
was
sure.
always a competitive athlete growing up. So I've been a gym monkey since I was a kid. And within 3 days, I can feel the lining in my stomach coming. Like my body
Yeah.
shifts fast, but like just in my attitude, in my hair, the way I feel in my skin, in my
For
readiness for the world. It's like going to war. Like I get in there and I'm just in my world. I got the hip hop on my headset. I'm not looking at anybody. It's my time to check out and be in my safe bubble,
that
and be.
That's kind of what it is, right? Like
Yeah,
if you think about it, Tracy, right? We take 10 humans, we put them in a group. Every
yeah.
single human in that group, maybe there's an outlier, one out of the 10,
Hmm.
but I figure that every single human wants to feel freer and more high, like higher,
Yeah,
naturally, like that
yeah,
exuberant feeling, right? And
yeah.
then what I realized is most people like they'll carry these traumas for years and years and years
Oh yeah,
because they gotta that has become a part of them and it's so ingrained in their belief system about who they are that the only way you can destroy it is to actually destroy this safety mechanism protecting it.
right.
So when I put them in the gym, when we get them to the gym,
Hmm.
it's like times where people they'll kick and scream and they'll say profanity, right?
Oh yeah. I
Oh
used to
yeah,
swear at the gym all the time. AJ, my son was training me, and I'd be like, bah, bah, and I'd throw the weight. Like, he used to piss me right off. Well,
for
yeah.
sure. And part of me is like that moment of hatred inside where that person feels like they've met a wall within
Yeah,
themselves and now they're confronted with themselves.
that's right.
That's where they grow. That's where
That's
they
right.
evolve. Because you and I both know we can't run from the trauma.
No, no, but you know what? We can heal from it though. Like, I mean, I
No, that's
remember a time where I
the
was
problem.
pretty sick from dealing with people's trauma, and it was kind of reactivating my own trauma. But as time goes by, right? There's a lot of methods that you can use, or a lot of different people like yourself. Like, you probably, you might not be trained as a crisis manager, but putting people through that, getting through the other side, that is crisis management. It is. And people think, oh, you're in fitness, everybody's running fitness. Do you know how hard it is to run a fitness company? To teach people who don't even, not listen, not even 1% of people want to be part of their own saving, want to be part of their own rehabilitation, want to be part of their own journey. Like, and it's, what I like about you is like, hey, this is me. This is what I provide. This is what we do. Our door is open when you're ready. We're here for you, and we're going to take you through like a human. We're
I've
going to
never
treat you like
liked
a human.
when it comes to that, right? Like I've never liked to sell people on where they could be.
Yeah.
Because if they're not willing to get there, you're the number one target, right?
Well, not only that, but when they come to you, okay, this is what I find is that when they come to someone like you, they already know within themselves that they need help. They already know within themselves that they have to do something, they have to make a difference, or else they're not going to reach out to you.
For
You know,
sure. I
we're not,
agree.
we're, but what I like about you is that, for value, delivery, and return in the holistic approach of what they get from your program, the value is there. It's worth it. Not enough people invest enough money and enough time into their own health.
Oh
But
no.
take it from someone like me who's a crazy diehard entrepreneur that would get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, go all day, 16, 18 hours, no food, no food. Then come home, bum, 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 eating because I'm starving. My eyes are blurry. I'm confused. And I've had 5 cups of coffee and water all day and night. Like, what am I doing? Right. And I'm sitting, writing, go, trying to build, trying to put people don't realize, like, they think you just create these programs overnight. Like, some of my programs took 4 years,
Yeah,
4 years of research
they take
and
time.
writing, right?
They take time, and but
And
that's
they're
what
like,
I
oh, yeah, oh, it's on Click and Pay. Well, yeah, it's on Click and Pay, but do you know what it's like to do videos and behind and do all the research and build workbooks and build programs? And I've built intervention and preventative programs, so it's not easy. It's you're dealing with real people that got real lives, and you're meeting them and you're helping them and you're holding their hand from A to Z and pulling them through.
but it is
So
what you're saying is
yeah,
true. But don't you find that is I find that is the most gratifying part of the journey,
yeah,
right? And then what you just said is also what keeps me humble, right? You were saying
yes,
is
yes,
that knowing that like there is a person that has a greater impact on society than I have. They might not
absolutely, yeah,
be alive now, they might not even be born yet, but they will have a bigger impact on society than I
that's
ever
right,
will have, guaranteed. So
that's
that's
right.
not to take away from what I'm doing, but it's also to make me realize that I have a better chance of making a greater impact working with my community than trying to stand on top of them and shine over them.
Yeah, and with you, because you're pure, I think what I noticed with you over the years, because we've been watching you over the years, I think because you're genuine and just pure, that things just naturally flow through you and kind of like repel off you and that. And I've always found, like, when we're reviewing your crowds and who you're around, they're all clean cut, good people just wanting better lives and that. And that's what I really care about you, is like about you and care about your system, is that you really pre-screen. You're not just taking any, Joe Blow off the street and making them like a huge, like big buff, strong person that's going to come along and victimize people even more.
No,
You're using all of that to genuinely make people a better place. There's a physicality in a proper diet, because if you don't
yeah,
eat clean, you don't eat right, you can get sick. But there's also, like, be a good human, open the
yeah,
door for a lady, pay for the first bill, be a gentleman, brush your
for sure.
damn teeth, you know
Those,
yeah,
that's everything you just said is what I don't like about the industry,
yeah,
right? But I've had over the decade contemplations like, am I really helping people?
you are,
Or I know, but you like, I
yeah.
I know it because you tell me it, or my clients will tell me it, right?
Well, it's saving lives, because if people listen, especially young guys, they're so impressionable right now. It's confusing. They have access to so many ports and,
Oh,
pornography and women and this, and they get this, like, this fantasy in their mind. Oh, what the real world is and what everything is, and it's not such. Just be good to people. You will naturally become a magnet, and you'll draw that person. We need to take care of our bodies because we're a vessel. I mean, if you don't take
yeah,
care of your body and you drink, smoke, you do drugs, and you have, sexual partners randomly, and you don't exercise, and you don't get a mentor like you or some support, such as myself, or to get through, then you just kind of stay in the stuck in the pit. Like, that's why I have that in behind me, pit. And then time goes by, and then you don't reach out and telephone anybody, and don't ask for help. And then, like, even myself, I was looking at something yesterday. I was like, oh my God, I took that a year ago, that picture. Like, it's
yeah.
just shocking. And it
Time
was
flies.
actually it was actually something on my phone that I pulled off your website, because I was trying to show my team, like, wow, this is where he's at, and he's just aligning with us. And that's why, like, after here, as I've already told you, and I'm telling the world now, my team and I are definitely approaching you to do some kind of online, fitness and health, leadership, self-leadership program with us, to help people really, like, clarify their minds. And why are they getting up and exercising every day? Why are they taking care of what our bodies and their soul? Why is it important to keep your vessel clean? Why is it important who you affiliate yourself with?
Oh,
And we're definitely going to be coming after you to build something in behind the scenes for your clients, my clients, whoever the hell we can reach, right, to help them. So that's just what we're about.
yeah.
You got to give to receive. That's what it is.
You got to give to receive.
You
Perfect
have to.
example.
You have
Perfect
to.
example. And then for basic entrepreneurs, like, for entrepreneurs like yourself, because
Mm,
I've seen you, I followed your business once we got in touch with each other. I did my
yeah.
research online. I was like,
Yeah.
I'm impressed. You know what I mean?
Aw, thanks.
And we've
I'm
always been
working just a little bit hard.
no, we've always been friends and communicated over that time frame, right?
Yeah.
And then over that little bit, and I think a lot of entrepreneurs, they have something in them that is based on, now a lot of people are going to shoot me in the foot for saying this, but it is based on an insecurity. Okay.
Oh
And I
yeah.
only
Yeah.
I only say that as, like, listen, when I was a trainer at Good Life and I saw all these new trainers come in and I was the same
Yeah.
level as,
Yeah.
I was like, nah, like, there's no way, right? So, but
I
as
remember seeing that fire in your eyes, but you were quiet. That's the thing about you, is that you're smart, because you stay in your own lane, and you built quietly on secret in behind the scenes over the years. And I had someone kind of watch over you. You don't realize that I was pretty connected back in my day, and I only got one phone call one time about you. And this was I'd say about
uh,
5 years ago. I got one phone call about you, and it was like, he didn't do anything wrong, but he may have. I'll be careful what I'm saying. He may have been somewhere. The phone is ringing. Sorry, he may have been somewhere where he tried to protect someone, and someone may have threatened to kind of hurt him. But everything was settled. But I was told that you were still the heart, and I knew at that time. And so, oh, he's still doing it. So I kind of, like, not that I've had anyone watch you, but I've kind of had some people make sure that you're good. And I always send something about you and make sure that you're aligning up, and super proud of you. So yeah, so we're about to just wrap up, and I'd love to keep you forever, but I'm sure you got things to do as well, and you got on the go. Pretty hard to get a hold of you lately, just saying, wink wink. But if you want to give everybody your contact details, and I'll
yeah.
upload it on here, but just give everybody your contact details. Sorry for the phone ringing, but I have an emergency situation. I had to keep it on. So if you want to
Super.
tell everybody how to reach you, and then I'll do a detailed listing on the recording as well.
Of course, thank you, Tracey. So everyone
Thank you
can
for
just,
your time, eh?
yeah, likewise. It's been a pleasure. It made my day. In all fairness, it made my days.
Thank you.
Like, I don't know what to do with the rest of my day, but it's made already. So,
Oh, I appreciate it.
likewise.
I got my day planned, but I will say one time you were really sweet. You said to me, I always knew even as a kid that you'd go somewhere in life. I knew there was something about you. And I always thought you told me that one time when we first started talking, and I don't know if you remember that, but and I said, you know what? Like I said to my team, it's kind of cute because he didn't know what I was doing back then. He didn't know I was doing underground rescues and I'm like, training with military steel tube boots, sorry, how to fight. And I'm like a ninja, right? And like, here you are, like trying to protect me. And I
Yeah.
always held that in my heart. I remember people, a lot of people don't, but I'm humble too. And I love humans for real. So I actually remember people. So, yeah. So, to our next chapter, here we go. And I can't wait to collaborate on things and just help so many people's lives and, keep going on your journey and keep making your legacy unlimited. Just keep going forth and you're definitely on the right track for sure. And like I said, we'll let people know how to contact you now. Sorry, I'm just chirping on there.
No, I appreciate that, Tracey. And it's just really simple. Any platform, Benny Legacy. So whether it be Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, they can find me on those platforms. Those are the ones I'm mainly on, or they can go to my website. There's a personality quiz. There's a few quizzes on there they can take to figure out body type. It's just
Oh yeah, it's great. It's great.
liftyour.com. So you can check that out too if you'd like to do that.
Can you just say it again? Sorry, the video cut out. I apologize.
No worries. It's just liftyourlegacy.com. And
Perfect.
and then you can find all the body types, and there's different quizzes there for people. So
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate coming on. It's so good to see you, and I'll see you live there in the near future. But have a blessed day and keep doing what you're doing. We super respect you so much.
likewise, Tracey, and I'm excited to learn what you know to grow this business and help more. So I am excited.
Oh yeah, we're growing all right.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
There's only tomorrow. Yesterday is freaking gone,
That's it. That's it. So
let's go. Let's conquer.
Let's go.
All right, peace out. I'll talk to you soon.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
Nice.